Mozambique. All in all, I'd say it's a pretty safe place. The time that we got broken into, though, my companion and I, we were asleep because of bunk bed, and he woke me up and said that he thought he heard someone at the door. He thought someone was breaking in. He was kind of sick, so I thought, he's probably just kind of delirious or something. He's probably just, bad dreams or something. Just to humor him, I went with him to the door. He brought this bat with him. So he walked to the kitchen, peeked through the door. He whispered to me that he thought he saw something, and so eventually he starts hitting the door with the bat and just yelling, "Saidaki!" like, "Get out of here, leave." By this time, I still kind of think that he's imagining it, so I go around to another room and peek through the window to where I can see the porch, I remember looking out to the porch. It was a rainy day, so it was all wet outside, and I remember seeing on the dry porch a wet footprint, bare footprint. Then kind of, my heart sunk. I realized that we actually had someone breaking into our house. Everybody in the apartment, there was 6 of us. Everybody got up and we were yelling out the window, "Bava," that's thief. You yell out thief and then the neighbors are supposed to come out and help you. They didn't, but in any case, we were yelling at it. We were all too scared to go outside the house, So we were just standing there, with everyone with bats or pieces of metal or whatever we could find. We finally got the courage to open up the door and go outside into the porch and see what had happened. The bars to the porch, there was 2 locks on that, 2 padlocks. With a crowbar or something, they had broken both of them. And they were breaking the door that went into the actual house. The only thing that stopped them from getting in is we had a metal plate or a metal bar that we fastened behind the door. And that's kind of just like the last line of defense. That was the only thing that was stopping them from getting in. They were working on opening that up when we woke up, so that was kind of frightening. A lot of times you see, fights in public or even people just yelling and just having yelling matches at each other. We were going to do a service project, so we were walking up ahead. I saw some people on the street, and the woman had her hand kind of wrapped around the husband's shirt, kind of like she was trying to stop him from going or something. It seemed a little bit out of the normal, but I didn't think much of it, until we got up closer. I realized that it was, an argument that they were having. Next thing we realized, he was hitting her. He was beating her basically in public, just there in their yard. I remember seeing that and just, kind of my jaw dropping. I just didn't realize that was a situation I would encounter, and I noticed that nobody else was really doing anything. I went over and yelled stop, and kind of after the ice was broken, then other people came, the neighbors and everybody else, and kind of settled the situation, I guess, and we just left. But you'll definitely have a chance to stand up for the sanctity of womanhood. Just be courageous, and if something needs to be said, if something needs to be done, do it. I remember another occasion, my very first day in a particular area. We came about a roundabout. This roundabout, there was kind of grass in the middle, and we noticed the guy that was laying there. He was just unconscious. He was laying there, and we'd seen that he was throwing up blood. So we went back and we stopped, and we tried to stop some people to see if we could use their phone or if they had the number of the hospital or anything. In any case, what we ended up doing is we just ended up walking to a hospital nearby, and they told us they would go and pick him up. So when he came back, he was gone. So I assume they did. I'm not sure if we handled that the best way we could have, but decide what you stand for and decide that you will act and that you won't let your fears get in the way of doing the right thing at all times, in whatever that may be.